So today we are here to listen to a message that's simple. But really, for me, I'm here to tell you a story. And this story is not about animals. And this story is not about kings and queens. And this story is not about trying to fulfill somebody's fantasy. But the story is about you and me. We, as we exist, as we are. Not about aspirations to be rich, poor, because so much in this world that people aspire for depends on where they find themselves. If somebody has lost a child, they don't pray for money. That stops. They don't pray for higher education. That stops. They don't pray for saris. That stops. They pray for one thing and one thing only. Can you please, God, can you please have my child returned to me? That's it. If somebody has been told by a doctor, you have cancer, you're dying, what do they pray for? Do they pray for higher education? Do they pray for another child? Do they pray for more money? No. They pray, God, either make this as painless as possible or take away my cancer. Somebody finds themselves poor. What do they pray for? They pray for money. Diwali is coming. So you see what I'm saying? That where we find ourselves, this dramatically changes our viewpoint of what the needs are, what the necessities are, what the world is all about, what religion is all about, what God is all about, what everything is all about. But there is a reality. And this reality is that you are alive. And this is the most beautiful reality, and this reality does not change. Whether you are poor or you are rich. What do you really want? And in this story, that is about you and me, we get to fulfill, if we want, if we really want, we get to fulfill our real want. If we want the story to be nice, if we want the story to have a happy ending, this can be so. Now the question becomes, what is our want? What do you want? And you know, there is maybe 15, 16, 1700 people sitting here. And I am here. And you have heard something about me. Maybe you have already seen my videos. You saw some videos. And all of a sudden, You have come here to hear more about peace. We will get to that. Peace stuff, we'll get to that. That comes later. But first comes, what do you want? Do you know what you want? What have you always wanted? And what will you always want? And asking this question in this environment where this many people are sitting is very challenging, because I know people are thinking, what do I want? What do I want? I want liberation. No. Remember the question? The question is, what do you want? Maybe somebody you met said, liberation would be nice. That's what he wants. What do you want? I want nirvana. How did you get to know about nirvana? Somebody told you about nirvana. That's what he wants. What do you want? One time, a master happens to be passing by a village. So everybody saw the master and they said, oh, it would be really great. All the villagers got together and said, it would be really great if we invited him to speak, and he spoke to us. So they all got together, got a representative, sent it to the master, please come and speak to us. So the master said, about what? So the representative went back to all the villagers and the master said, about what? And they said, oh, about God. So the representative went back to the master, said, well, they want to hear about God. He said, well, go ask them, do they know there is a God? So the representative went back to the villagers and said, he's asking, do you know that there is a God? And they said, oh, yes. So the representative went back to the master, and the master said, explain. The villagers said, oh, yes, there's definitely a God. The master said, well, if they already know that there is a God, what should I say about it? And everybody was stumped. Because you see, other people's opinions and your own need are two different things. Other people's opinions and your need are two different things, and if you have not looked at your need and your want, all the opinions in the world are not going to take care of it. These are just opinions. What do you want? Then, let me tell you a possibility. Why? I'm not talking about coming from a perspective of an enlightened person. I don't know what an enlightened person is. I have never met an enlightened person in my life. Light? Inner light? No external light. No way to tell. But, as a human being, to a human being, I'm telling you, I'm proposing to you that what you want in your life, one, it does not need a name. It doesn't. You can call it peace, not a problem. You can call it happiness, not a problem. You can call it liberation whilst it's still alive, not a problem. You can call it joy, not a problem. Why? Because these are just different names of the same thing. When the heart is content, there will be joy. When the heart is content, there will be peace. You know, I speak on peace a lot. I go to places, peace, 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 peace. You want to know my opinion? Nobody knows what peace is. They're lost. They're lost in defining peace. Peace begins with you. They want world peace. World doesn't need peace. Human beings need peace. If the cows are worried, it's because of us. If the crows are bothered, it's because of us. We, each individual human being is the person that needs peace. And peace dwells in your heart, not in the battlefield. Ending wars is not going to bring peace. I'm talking about a peace that can be experienced in the middle of the battlefield. Wouldn't be the first time. Remember the story of Krishna and Arjuna? Arjuna too experienced peace in the middle of the battle and in the middle of the battlefield. That, the inner peace, is the real peace. You don't have to agree with me and you don't have to disagree with me. This is not about me. This is about you. Do you know how to look within? Do you know how to peer through this window and look inside and find the one that resides in the heart of every single human being? I'm not here to give you more definitions. I'm not here to give you more ideas, new ideas. See, my story is so old. It has been talked about such a long time ago. You're looking for new ideas? I don't have any. Because new ideas is not what you need. New formulas are not what you need. There's plenty of new formulas out there. Look at this, just look at this world right now, you know? Look at this world right now. There are more people who are educated on the face of this earth today than there ever were. There are more wealthy people on the face of this earth today than there ever were. There's more cars, there's more roads, there's more airplanes, there's more airports, and there are more people on the face of this earth than there ever were. And the result? The result? They're busy killing each other. And they don't even know why. They don't actually even know why they're doing it. But they're doing it. The economy, there are more business graduates today than there ever were. And the economy is in shambles. There are more doctors today than there ever were, and there are more sick. From here to here. Israel, a few years back, they had a strike. The hospital shut down. The death toll dropped. So, I'm not saying medicine is bad. I'm not saying airports are bad. I'm not saying roads are bad. I'm not saying cars are bad. I'm not saying airplanes are bad. What I'm saying is so much of what you rely on and consider to be progress actually has not produced any significant effect for you as a human being. Oh, the country can boast. And now we have 300 airports. The country can boast, now we have this, and now we have that, and well, what about you? Where are you in this progress? Have you progressed in your life? In your quest to fulfill yourself? Isn't that what it's about? Isn't that what it is about? Isn't the crux of it, whether you call it fulfillment, whether you call it contentment, it doesn't matter. These are just names for the same thing. Your quest, your want, your desire to be fulfilled. Understand what has already been said, that if, this has already been said, if you are rich, you should be humble. If you are strong, you should be kind. And if you're smart, you should be simple. It's a beautiful, beautiful saying. You can reverse it. You can reverse it. You can. If you want to be rich, all you have to do is be humble. If you want to be strong, all you have to do is be kind. And if you want to be smart, everybody wants to be smart. All you have to do is become simple. And you will have the other. Sound new to you? This is older than anybody sitting here. This is how long, long time ago this was said. But these simple things, these simple formulas, we don't look at them as being valid. We want to create new formulas. We want to create new ideologies. We want to create new ideas. Look at, religions have become huge. Huge. Massive. And the result? Your God, my God, your God, my God, your God, my God, your God, my God. Instead of understanding that there is only one God. Even, and I was saying this a while back, a lot of people in the West think that Hindus have a lot of gods. Wrong. Absolutely wrong. It's a mistranslation. Hindus only believe in one God. They have a lot of Devi Devtas. Tons of Devi Devtas. When you have been around for as long as the Indian civilization, the Hindu civilization has been around, you have got a lot of time on your hands to create lots of Devi Devtas. One for this, one for that. Every religion has those. It's just somehow the Devi Devtas got translated into gods. No. Hindus believe also in one God. Muslims believe truly also in one God. And Christians believe also in one God. And every religion believes only in one God. And there is only one God. But then everybody looks through their own eyes and says, my God. And that's the whole thing. My God. With an exclamation mark. My God. What's going on? The needs are the same. Believe me. Whether you are Japanese, whether you are Chinese, whether you are South American, this is the biggest facade. No. We have to start looking at people as human beings. You're a human being. Not you're a woman, you're a man. This primitive stuff. You're a human being. You're alive. Breath comes into you. And as the breath comes into you, you are being blessed. Blessed by the maker of everything. People say, oh, God, bless me. God has blessed you. So long that this breath comes in and out of you, the hand of God is on your head. The day this hand is lifted, you will breathe no more. Everything that you're so proud of, everything that you're so concerned with, just like that, will be gone. I talk about breath. People don't understand. What am I talking about? Listen. When you were born, before you were born, people were interested whether you are a boy or a girl. Your parents, in fact, had even dreams You will become a doctor, you will become a lawyer, you will become this, you will become that. But the moment you were actually born, they were only concerned about one thing. You know what that is? Are you breathing or not? Because in that moment, when the child is born, literally everybody holds their breath to make sure that that child is breathing. And you know, when you go away from this world, they will look at your EKG, they will listen to your heart, they will look at your eyes, and the last but not least, they'll make sure you are not breathing. A connection? A connection? Of course there is a connection. This is the blessing. This is the vessel. Your story, my story. Remember? Your want, my want. This vessel wants to go across. Call it peace, fine. Call it joy, fine. This vessel wants to feel that feeling of peace. How is that going to happen? When it can go across this ocean. Ocean of what? Confusion. Darkness. Ocean of what? Ideas. Ocean of what? All these formulas that the world has of how you will make it. It's not one, it's not two, it's not three. More you dig into it, the more confusing it gets. And the more confusing it gets, the more confused you get. Because it is so incredibly complicated. Is it? Should it be? Is that the nature? Is that the nature of this breath? Is that the nature of this heart? Or is that the nature of this mind, to make everything incredibly complicated? You want to become smart? Become simple. From the simplicity, see the need that you have. What do? I go and I talk to people. I give them this message. One, yes, it's possible to have peace in this life. This comes as a shock to people. They think they have to die. Now, when are they going to have peace? When they go to heaven. Is there a heaven? Have you seen it? No. Is there a heaven? Yes. How do you know? Somebody told you. And you said, wow, that's really good. Yes. And they described it as though they have just returned from heaven. You know how the people put labels on their houses? London returned. Heaven returned. Is there a hell? How do I know? Is there a heaven, by the way? Yes, there is. And is there a hell? Yes, there is. Where is it? Here. What is hell? Ignorance is hell. What is heaven? Knowledge is heaven. What is the difference between dark and light? Why? What? In darkness, you cannot see. When you cannot see, you cannot avoid. And that's the problem. All these obstacles, all the rocks, all the obstacles on the road do not disappear when the sun rises in the morning. They're still there. And they're there at night too. But when in day, when the sun is shining, you can see. And because you can see, you can avoid. That is light, my friends. You think light takes away obstacles. Light doesn't take away obstacles. Light illuminates the obstacles so you can avoid them. What do I give? I give an umbrella. I do not take away the rain. I do not take away the rain. Rain cannot be taken away. It will rain. But that's not a problem if you can have an umbrella. Because when it begins to rain, you can only open the umbrella. The problem with the rain is only one. Without an umbrella, you will become wet. And you don't want to be wet. I give an umbrella. Do I take away people's obstacles? No. What do I give them? I give them a lamp. So, you can see. Avoid what you want to avoid. That's how it is. That's what you need. That's what you need. People have problems. I say to people, wait a little while. This is like Mauritius weather. If you don't like it, wait, it'll move on. Good times, same thing. They will not always be there. Bad times, same thing. They won't always be there. It will change. 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 You don't want to change. You live in a world that does nothing but changes. You know, you look at the mountains and you say, look at those mountains, they don't change. That's not true. They're changing too. It's a question of your perspective. You know, the little fly? Some people get ready to kill a fly. They get all ready. The fly is sitting there. Like, the fly can see you. The fly can actually see you coming. In fact, the fly's frame rate, the way it sees you coming in slow motion. Your frame rate is so slow that you see the fly almost disappear. You go to kill it, and the fly is gone. Why? There's no big trick. 2 different frame rates. There's that little thing called the snail. Really slow. The snail see you? Nope. You're too fast. Only if you stop, the snail will see you. You Your frame rate, you don't see those mountains changing. But the reality is those mountains are changing. And if you could see real slow changes, you would see even the Himalayas are crumbling. Every season that the snow drops and it thaws, more earth is stripped away, rocks are crunched, rolled down. It's changing, it's changing, it's changing, it's changing. So is the earth. So is the sun. So is the moon. So is this entire universe. It's changing, it loves to change. It changes and changes and changes and changes. And here you are. What is this planet made out of? Do you know? Dust. What are you made out of? Dust. Right now, remember that hand that's on your head? The dust can dance. The dust can speak. The dust can think. The dust can see. The dust can write. The dust can read. The dust can do all these amazing things. And the day that that hand is lifted, this dust will become right back to dust. So, what does this dust really want? What does this dust really want? This dust has the most amazing aspiration dust could ever have. To feel the infinite. This is the highest ambition. This is it. Here, mortality wants to reach and touch and feel the immortal. That's a very incredible, but a very beautiful ambition. What do? I can make this possible. And it is possible. I've been doing it for a long time. Today I was actually looking at some numbers, and we are very, very close to reaching or crossing the 1 million mark of the amount of people that would have received the gift of knowledge. Maybe this year, or maybe in the beginning of next year. And I think that would be an amazing thing to celebrate, to have crossed the threshold. These are not just words. I stand behind these words. It is possible to have peace in this life. There is such a thing called knowledge. The heaven, here. That's what I give. That's what I give. How do you receive it? The process is very simple. It's all broken down into keys, so we call it keys, DVDs, or whatever medium you use. Sit down at your own pace, watch it. When you're ready, you can receive the gift of knowledge. Is it free? Yes, it's free. Why is it free? Why is it free? Is it free because it's cheap? Or is it free because there isn't enough wealth in this world to pay for it? What is the cost of one glass of water that you buy at a restaurant? And what is the cost of one glass of water that somebody gives you in the middle of the desert when you have passed out from thirst? What is the cost of one glass of water when you are stranded on a boat in the middle of the ocean? You tell me. You tell me. Know what you want. That's all I ask for. Know what you want. Discover your thirst. Without thirst, this knowledge will carry no meaning for you. Remember, there are people who take that glass of water and simply just gargle with it. They will simply gargle with it and throw it out. The meaning of the same glass of water for somebody who is dying in the middle of the desert for thirst, he would never just gargle with it and throw it out. Need. You identify the need. What is it that you want? Peace is what you want. Heaven on earth is what you want. Look me up. And I don't say to people, oh, but I'm the only one. No. Search. Search. Look wherever you need to look. Wherever you find it great. Search the whole world for it. And if you don't find it, I'm here. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Importance is that you have peace in your life. That's what's important. It is not a question of how the water should arrive. Should it be in a metal glass? Should it be in glass? Should it be in a chrome glass? Should it be in leather? Should it be in clay pot? Should it be from a spring? Should it be from a well? Should it be from a faucet? Not to the thirsty. The relationship of the thirsty is not to the glass, is not to the faucet, is not to the well, is not to the spring. It is with water and water alone. So should your relationship be for the need that you have within you. Not ideas. The chrome glass is just an idea. The fountain is just an idea. You know, when you get thirsty in the desert, you may see mirage. And in that mirage, you might be seeing a beautiful river. And maybe you have said, oh, I'm looking for the river, 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 I'm looking for the river. And if somebody just comes out of that mirage and hands you a glass of water, you will gladly drink it, even if you didn't find the river. Know what it is that your heart desires. This you know. This you know what it wants. It wants to trouble you. This is what it does. You see a sari? Oh, I need that, I want that, I need that, I want that, I need that, I want that, I need that, I want that. You go, you buy the sari, bring it home. I saw somebody else wearing it. That's it. Finish. I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. And all your life you try to please this thing. And has it ever been pleased? A few seconds. This is good. Over. Try this. Try this. This can be pleased very easily. So far, this little doll of dust is dancing. Let it dance to a beautiful tune. Let it fulfill its yearning. And then to experience heaven on earth. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. No more needs to be said. Rest is up to you. So thank you very much for coming today, listening to what I had to say, and I hope whatever you do or not do, or decide not to do, or think and think and think and think and think, have a great life, because this is the only one you've got. Not 2, not 3, not 4. 1. 1. Just 1. So thank you, and I hope I'll see you soon. Thank you.